What's your opinion about the Glass Onion movie? Personally, I enjoyed it. It wasn't the best movie ever, but I love a whodunit. I enjoyed watching it, but I thought greater than the twin twist and fake death with ketchup trick were kinda cheap. Less than. I enjoyed the first half. The setup was interesting, but there's a couple simple story rules broken that make it exactly as problematic as one would expect. Villains have to be scary to have stakes. Him being an idiot is satisfying for the premise, but terrible for the story. The availability of a twin is monumentally lucky for his ploy. And an eye roll. The old Pixar rule is that protagonists can get unlucky, but not lucky. Having an ally who can get him to the party with a perfect disguise is the worst kind of sheer luck. The antagonist also should have known exactly what was happening. In retrospect, it's glaringly obvious. The flashbacks are lame. The Rick and Morty heist episode does a perfect job of skewering how easy this kind of storytelling this is. We aren't getting anyone's genuine perspective. The first scene between Norton and Craig really highlights this. We think we're taking Craig's perspective, but actually, he's duping Norton and us at the same time. So we're Norton in this moment? It makes no sense. In the end, we're being manipulated by the cameraman. That's not a good thing. Also exceedingly minor, but Chekhov's stoner. If you have a stoner walking around all through the movie, and they don't do anything in the third act, they shouldn't be in the movie. I would say it was actually better than Knives War, but only slightly. In my opinion, I felt Knives was through the forced perspective most of the film around the nurse aide. This one you get one side from what seems to be Daniel Craig's character. Then the other half was from Janelle Monáe's. I liked the balance. Both had outstanding casts. No doubt about that. Both worth the watch. Entertaining, but clunky. I thought it was okay, but nowhere near as good as Knives Out. It was too silly and on the nose. I thought Knives Out had much more subtlety. Not as good as Knives Out, but still very good. To me it was boring, overrated, and predictable. Once the instructions and expectations were explained, I knew who it was going to be. Also the additional, surprise, visitor. Boring. I honestly didn't care about the second reveal that tied up the ending. Like, who cares? It was pretty entertaining. I enjoyed it. Not my favorite film of all time, but good enough for spending quality time with the wife. It's so dumb. Ha. So dumb it's brilliant. No. It's just dumb. https imager.com/gallery/WNHXM8. I liked it. Fun movie. I loved Daniel Craig's character. I thought he was going to be playing Bond all over again, but it's completely different. A mildly entertaining way to pass time. I fell asleep about 20 minutes in. Absolutely loved it. Utter shite. It stinks. I liked it, and that's all that matters. Spectacular acting. Especially Kathryn Hahn. And it's the first time I've liked Edward Norton in a while. But mostly it was nice seeing Daniel Craig enjoy himself. He clearly likes the character as opposed to him playing James Bond, which he hates. And it shows in both performances. The plot was fairly predictable. And the ending was a bit meh. But I enjoyed it because of the cast. Entertaining enough. I'm perplexed by its popularity. There was an Ask Reddit thread a while ago. What popcorn movie also qualifies as a work of art? And somebody said The Glass Onion. I don't get it. Any theories on why this particular movie is so beloved? Loved it. Fun movie. Recommend it for a movie night with friends and family. It got me to watch Knives Out. So stupid. Didn't like it one bit. Why did every character have to be so goofy? Even James Bond couldn't save that train wreck. Haven't seen it yet, but judging from who it has pissed off, I figure it must be doing something right. We'll have to check it out. I watched 30 minutes, got bored and got back to watching gore.